Alright, I want to make a part 2 talking about this because I felt I should give him his due, not in the bashing sense that I did for Amber Heard, but I wanted to talk about Johnny Depp. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you can stay up to date on more of these videos on me just giving my, you know, honest opinions on different subjects. But let's just get into it. So, I made a recent video completely just destroying Amber Heard. I would highly recommend go and listen to that one because she's just an honest and evil person, probably one of the most evil people I've seen in Hollywood, at least, in the stuff that's released. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of evil crap that goes on behind the scenes, but I don't know about those. But I wanted to talk about Johnny Depp and just his general lack of roles lately, and his having to get pretty much fired from everything that he's been attached to, and why I feel like that's wrong. The first one is a franchise that I've never watched. I probably never will. Not interested. Not my movies. Is the Fantastic Beast movies that are prequels to Harry Potter. Never read Harry Potter. Never watched Harry Potter. Never will. Just my general choice. But I do believe that the fact that he's already showed up, and it's the same company who owns DC Comics, who Amber Heard works for and is still working for. I feel like there's a real bias between the choice of keeping her and firing him. That's just a piece of crap move, for one, because it makes your job harder for the Fantastic Beast cast members, because now they have to. I mean, it's a job. They're gonna do their job no matter what. But now the casting has to cast someone else who's gonna look completely different. Still, you're gonna tell it's a new actor, and yeah, they might do a better job than Johnny Depp did, but it's always jarring. It really is, especially when this isn't something like War Machine, Rhodey, and Iron Man, where you're like, yeah, it was a little jarring. You could tell it's a new actor, but he had so many more years to work with the franchise that he just grew on you, and you got used to him. This is a franchise that has one or two more films left, and then it's done, and so it's just switching left field right at the ending stretch of the run. It's going to be jarring for anyone. The other franchise he got fired from was, well, that they didn't rehire him back, at least, logistically, was Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're moving forward with a reboot, some sort of spinoff of the sort, with Margot Robbie as the lead new pirate. Here's the problem with that. Everyone went to see Pirates for Johnny Depp. That's just a fact. Some people did it to see Davy Jones because Davy Jones was, an underrated villain. The CGI for a 2006 film is incredible. The music is really well done. The sets typically are fantastic, but no one's looking at the all of those details per se. I'm a film nut. I love looking at the little details and looking up all the behind the scenes and stuff, so that's just me. But, everyone's going for Johnny Depp. He owned that character. Pirates of the Caribbean was originally just a Disney theme park ride before it was ever a film franchise. Like, it was such a popular ride that a director got an idea and was able to make a film off of it. So it's not something that is it's a ride. It's a Disney ride. It's not this Star Wars level gigantic universe with so much lore and you could build upon it forever. It's a franchise that does need to die at some point. It needs to end, and that's okay. Disney has plenty of other things in their catalog, but everyone went for Johnny Depp. He owned that role. It was everyone dressed up as him for Halloween before Deadpool was a thing and before Harley Quinn was a thing. Johnny Depp was part of that sort of trend of sorts. His character that he was able to play and play so well because of his skill really set the tone for the series. It helped carry it, that even when the movies during its last two kind of sucked, not even kind of, it did suck. Those sucked. The one with Blackbeard and then the one after it, those were pretty bad movies. They were. And I know that the other ones have their problems, and a lot of people, go back and forth. If they're good, they're bad. I believe the first three were still pretty decent. They were Johnny Depp and everyone carried themselves pretty well. And the tone was consistent. The it was a fun popcorn movie with a lot of really cool action set pieces, and of course Johnny Depp just added so much just personality into that franchise that he is what made that franchise. So I don't know why they would try to continue when the last two were didn't perform as well box office wise. The storytelling has been taking hits. It's not been doing well story wise. It kind of sucks. And you're like, let's just reboot it and try to do this whole thing all over again. Let's just start from square one and just see if we can milk this thing for what it's got. And what they've chosen to do was, from the rumors that have been going around, is that Margot Robbie wants to try to make her character have a lot more romance than in the previous films, and have her be some sort of LGBTQ type character where she's either bi or gay or something of the sort, where she might have a female love interest or something of that manner. A lot of female pirates on her ship. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an all-female ship cast. But could we just look at every franchise that has gone kind of, woke in that instance? These films weren't designed to be like, they're like, oh, I wanted to have a lot more romance because Johnny Depp's character didn't show really any romance, and he needed more love interests and different things because it brings a level of more layers to the character. It's a popcorn flick. Johnny Depp knew this was a popcorn flick. People wanted to see him be funny and own that character and be that kind of drunken, I don't get into relationships because I don't get attached sort of things, except for I get attached to my ship and some of my crew members, are my friends, but whatever. He knew what it was. There was no need for a love interest of that sort. When they tried to throw in a love interest into the Blackbeard movie, you saw him keep sidelining her almost, and that he kind of cared and didn't care at the same time because he knew that relationships don't work. Nobody wants to see a pirate film that's mainly a romantic film. Nobody wants to see a pirate film that's shoving an agenda just down your throat for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours nowadays standards. Nobody cares for that. That's why pirates films were fun for the first three, because even though they did have cool designs and sets, and people, the people who worked on them worked hard and indefinitely put their heart and soul into it, but people went to see Johnny Depp in a fun pirate film that was a popcorn flick for the 4th of July and for things of that nature. That's it. Nobody cares for a Margot Robbie Pirates of the Caribbean film, and I hope it bombs. Honestly, I don't care. I hope it bombs. Sorry for all the people who have to work on it and for, all those jobs. But it needs to just end. Either hire Johnny back and try to continue it, or just end the franchise. It was a fun ride. Nobody's clamoring for, we need a perfect Pirates of the Caribbean ending. Give us one more to end it off right. Nobody's asking for that. Sorry. Now to every other company that isn't hiring Johnny Depp, what are you doing? You have an Oscar-worthy actor. His ability is insane. Amber Heard is still being hired, so clearly there's not that many issues that you'll get. You won't get that much flack for it. He's shown his range in things like Black Mass, where he played a mobster, all the way to something like voice acting in Rango and in Corpse Bride, which he did a fantastic job voice acting as well. He's played weird characters like Edward Scissorhands. I mean, his range is crazy, and a lot of people give him the credit, I'll say that, but nobody's giving him the credit right now when he needs it. He's not broke. I don't believe that he's broke. He's probably spending a ton on those legal battles, but you're missing out on this guy's scheduling is probably free other than his court cases, which he'll have to work around. And no one's going to pick him up. Luckily, I can end it off with this, that at least Tim Burton was announced to make direct Addams Family reboot TV show. And some of the rumors seems like he's interested in maybe getting Johnny Depp for the father. And I think that's perfect. I think that is absolutely perfect to get him into a role that kind of back to basics with Tim Burton, I think would help him out immensely. Just it's a more comfortable space and gives him something to do so that he's around people who know him well and care about him. I think being in a role where he's playing a family man and a caring father in this weird role, I think that will help him a lot. And I think that the fact that he's playing another weird character that is like an Addams Family is right up his alley. It's not something like he's got to take on a Joaquin Phoenix Joker type of seriousness. I'm hoping that that's true because I think that that would be absolutely perfect. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, what you think about all this going on with him and Amber Heard and all this craziness. What roles would you give him, whether that's a comic book role or a rebooted movie role or something of that standard? What do you think Johnny Depp would be good in? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast.